Have you ever noticed something strange? Have you ever noticed that in a room full of people talking, the smartest person is often the quietest? Why? Why do some people stay silent while everyone else is trying to be heard? What do they know that others don't? Think about it. Have you ever met someone who barely spoke, but when they finally said something, everyone listened? Why does that happen? And why is it that the loudest people in the room are often ignored, while the quiet person somehow commands respect without even trying? Is silence a secret weapon? A sign of intelligence? Or is something much deeper happening behind the scenes? Because according to psychologists, the people who talk less are often seeing things that others completely miss. They're noticing patterns, reading people, collecting information, while everyone else is busy talking. And once you understand what's really happening, you'll never look at silence the same way again. Imagine two people entering a room. The first person immediately starts talking, telling stories, sharing opinions, trying to impress everyone. The second person says almost nothing. Instead, they watch, they listen, they observe. Now here's the strange part. Most people think the first person has the advantage, but in reality, the second person is gathering something far more valuable: information. Every word people speak reveals something: their fears, their confidence, their personality, their intentions. And the person who listens learns all of it, while the person who talks gives all of it away. That's why many intelligent people stay quiet at first. They're not being shy. They're collecting data. A famous psychological principle explains this perfectly. The more people talk, the more mistakes they make. Think about it. How many times have you said something and immediately wished you could take it back? Maybe you shared too much. Maybe you spoke too quickly. Maybe you revealed something you shouldn't have. But people who speak less avoid many of these mistakes. They choose their words carefully. Every sentence has a purpose. Every opinion is considered. And because they speak less, people pay more attention when they finally do speak. It's like a movie trailer. If you showed the entire movie immediately, nobody would care. But because information is limited, people become curious. The same thing happens with quiet people. Their silence creates mystery, and mystery creates attention. Now here's where it gets interesting. Smart people aren't quiet because they have nothing to say. They're quiet because they're thinking. While one person is speaking, their brain is asking questions. Why did he say that? What does she really mean? What's happening beneath the surface? They're analyzing everything: body language, tone of voice, facial expressions, tiny details most people completely miss. In fact, research shows that highly intelligent individuals often spend more time processing information before responding. They don't rush. They evaluate. They think. And that's why their answers often sound more thoughtful, because they actually took time to think. Imagine two leaders. One talks constantly. The other only speaks when necessary. Which one seems more powerful? Most people choose the second. Why? Because restraint signals confidence. People who constantly need attention often speak to prove themselves. But people who are comfortable with silence don't need approval. They're secure. They know their value. And others can sense it. That's why some of the most respected people in history weren't known for talking non-stop. They were known for choosing the right words at the right moment. A single powerful sentence can have more impact than an hour of meaningless conversation. But here's the biggest misconception of all. Being quiet doesn't automatically make someone smart, and being talkative doesn't make someone foolish. The real difference is intention. Smart people know when to speak, and they know when to listen. They understand that knowledge grows through observation, not just expression. Sometimes the smartest thing you can say is nothing at all. Because while everyone else is trying to be understood, the intelligent person is trying to understand, and that's a completely different game. So the next time you see the quiet person in the room, Don't assume they're shy. Don't assume they're nervous. And definitely don't assume they have nothing to say. Because they might be doing something far more powerful, watching, learning, understanding, and preparing to say the one thing everyone else missed. The loudest voice isn't always the smartest. Sometimes the smartest person is the one who speaks the least.